Hey there, it's Jenny from Southern Savers. Glad to have you guys join me tonight. It's been a couple weeks since we've done a live Q&A, so it's kind of good to be back after a little bit of a break. And we're also doing something a little different tonight, I am sharing this on Facebook Live as well as on Google Hangouts. So we're kind of in two places, and it might get a little crazy, and I might just cancel Facebook Live if it does, because Facebook Live folks, you're new to me. Google Hangout folks, we've done this every single Monday. So for those of you who are joining us for the first time, this is something we do every Monday night from 8:30 to 9:30. And you can head over to Southern Savers and click to join the Google Hangout side if you would prefer to watch it there other than Facebook Live. Both places you're able to ask questions, so just enter any questions you have and I will gladly answer them. Sometimes I wait for the questions to add up and we go back and catch up with all the questions too. And we always have a topic to get us started. So we'll be here for an hour. Doesn't mean you have to watch for an hour. Both situations, if you can't watch the whole Hangout now, I understand we all have things to do. My husband's still upstairs putting people in bed. It's just that time of night for most of us. You can always watch later on the Southern Savers YouTube page or on the videos tab of the Southern Savers Facebook page. So you can watch in two places now. And we'll see how this works. I can't promise it'll be every week that I can handle both situations, but we're gonna see how we do on like night one anyway. So kind of glad to have at least the option of doing both. So as we get started, our topic for tonight is apps that save you more on your groceries and household. And I wanted to be a little bit more specific on that because apps, there are a ton of couponing apps. So we could have 4 hours worth of live Q&As talking about apps that save you money. So tonight I wanted to be really store-specific apps that save you money because everybody and their mother has an app now. So which ones do we really need to download and which ones could we kind of skip downloading? That's really where I wanted to go because, you know, Kroger's got an app, Publix has got an app. How do I even handle all these apps? I don't know if anyone's like me, but let's see. Oh, so you can hear me. Okay, good. I was worried that you couldn't see me, but at least we've got the hearing part. For folks that are trying to figure out which apps to get, I don't know if you're like me, but on my phone, I'm really restrictive. I keep the screen all clear. My husband kind of makes fun of me because I have things in little buckets just so that the background image is there. You have to make me want your app, and you have to make it really worth my while for me to keep your app on my phone. So I get very kind of selective with the apps as we go through. So we're gonna talk grocery store specific, but if you have questions on other apps, we can go there too. There are just a lot out there. So to get started in grocery store app mode, the first thing to me that makes them important are the grocery store apps that have coupons in them and coupons that are only in the app. Because obviously, let's talk about Publix for a second. I can get the Publix coupons from Publix's website. I don't actually need Publix's app, anything exclusive. So that's up to you. Do you want to use the Publix app to get access to their e-coupons, or do you just want to do that from your computer before you go home or before you go to the store? I prefer to just do it from the computer versus having your app on my phone and loading e-coupons that are super tiny on the screen. I don't really want to mess with it. So Publix is kind of nixed for one feature of their app that I like, in that it's easy to order Publix subs from the app and have them ready for you when you pick up in the store. You can do it from their website too, but if you like Publix subs, it might be worth it to get the Publix app, but it's not gonna save you any money. It's really gonna help you spend money. Kroger, same way for me. There's nothing exclusive in their app, just to their e-coupons if you're on the go versus loading the Kroger website. But you can do the same thing, don't have to have the app. Now, one example of a store that I want the app, there's exclusive coupons, is Whole Foods. So if you are ever near a Whole Foods, I mean, even like willing to go near a Whole Foods, you want to get the app. And this is a great reason this week. Get the Whole Foods app. For me, it's about a 40-minute drive. I'm nowhere near them, but we have a dentist appointment right across the street later this week, and Whole Foods this week has coupons for $5 off of fresh produce and $5 off of fresh meat. okay, I'll go. This isn't hard. You've got me. I'm in the door. But I have to have the app to get the Whole Foods exclusive coupon. So those are the kinds of store apps that I want to take the time to put on my phone. So Whole Foods is in. I can't promise that every week the coupons are that great. They're really trying to get people to download their app. So as we all get addicted to their exclusive coupons, we may see the coupons kind of go down in value. But for right now, they have me. And I can always take the app off if the coupons get bad. But $5 off of produce and $5 off of meat, you're talking my love language at this point, Whole Foods. I will do that. It's still not worth a 45-minute trip to me, but if I'm going to be right down the street, I will grab them. So let's start with Whole Foods. Second one that's doing this is CVS. CVS has exclusive coupons that are now part of their app. They're advertising these exclusive offers in the CVS weekly ad every week. So if you're kind of on the fence as to whether or not you want the app or you even think you're going to be in CVS regularly, you could grab the CVS weekly ad and look through, and you'll see $1 off with in-app coupon, $2 off with in-app coupon. So that's at least going to give you an idea of what's in there. But there is one feature of the CVS app that is new for some folks. I'm a long-time CVS shopper, and I don't know about you, but holding on to your receipt and keeping up with your extra care bucks is hard for some folks. You forget you have them, you forget to use your extra care bucks. Well, CVS just in the last 2 or 3 months has implemented your extra care bucks saving to the app. I don't have to keep it. This is kind of mind-blowing for those of us who have CVS for 10 plus years. I don't need my receipt anymore. It actually can be completely saved to your app. And now when you're in the store, you can redeem your extra care bucks with no receipts required. So that's a fun feature of their app. It's not coupon specific and exclusive savings, but it's really making it easier to save money in CVS because I don't need to hold on to those extra care bucks every single time that I'm walking in the door. Or for me, I realize that they're at home sitting on the kitchen counter and I'm walking into CVS. That doesn't help. So get it and put it in the app if you want. My one holdup with putting extra care bucks in an app is that I want to make sure that they come off in the right order and I don't have any problems with them. But I've now tested 2 or 3, not had any issues with it. If anyone else has tried it, though, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. So if you've had any problems with extra care bucks specifically in the app, and this is a new thing. So sometimes when stores roll out new isn't always great to be an early adopter on. So I would love to know if you're having issues with it. But for me, it's worked really, really. So we get exclusive coupons and we get our extra care bucks in the app, which is a big plus for CVS. Let's go Walmart. I'm not a huge Walmart fan, but Walmart's app has 2 features. First is Savings Catcher, which a lot of you may have already heard about. This is, I go into Walmart, I buy whatever I plan on buying today. I pull up the Walmart app, I scan the bottom of my receipt, and Savings Catcher will then figure out whether or not something I bought was cheaper at a local store nearby, and it will give me the difference. It gives it back to you in the app, which is then worth Walmart gift cards. So it's not like cash back in towards your next trip to Walmart. There are issues with Savings Catcher. Big fan. I am not about in any way to do all my shopping at Walmart because Savings Catcher misses deals. Savings Catcher will catch maybe half of the local deals in your area, but they specifically do not look at meat or produce deals in any local stores. So that's a good chunk of what I would want the savings on. For those of us who are just buying meat and produce and milk and cheese, you just knocked out half of the things grocery-wise. It's not in there. Savings Catcher is not at all comparing meat or produce. And then some of the other grocery items, it's still not going to grab the best deals that are out there. But it does save you some. So if the least that I can do is go into Walmart and scan the bottom of my receipt, I at least save something over absolutely nothing. Just shopping in Walmart and walking out the door and pretending that I save money, because you didn't. Just so you know, you don't actually save money to shop in Walmart. Hate to break it to you. But Savings Catcher is part of the app and it will save you something. We get it back in a Walmart gift card and we can use that the next time we're in the store. You can also use it online. thing that the Walmart app can do, give you pricing ideas. So this is kind of more for the, I guess, advanced saver maybe, or you just have 5 kids like me and you don't want to run out the door if it's not, if A, they're not going to have it in stock, and B, it's not the price that you want it to be. But Walmart does have the ability to switch on their app. Do I want to look at online prices or do I want to look at local prices? And I can select local. And then by doing that, I can even tell it what Walmart store I'm going to shop in. And when I select what store I'm going to shop in and I type in Windex, it's going to tell me every single Windex that they sell. Oh, someone's trying to call us. The Windex that they sell and what the prices are for those Windex items. Right there, it'll leave you what aisle they're on. So for me, I'll say it, for me as a blogger, it's very helpful because if I want to throw out a Walmart deal, I don't have to go to the store. I can pull up my app. I can tell you what it is at my local store. But for me as a mom, it's helpful too. First, it's going to tell me if it's in stock, but second, I know the price before I go to the store. And heads up, that was the big thing that I loved about Walmart's app, but Target's app, they just revamped it about a month ago. And their app now does this. So Target's app, I can also tell them, and this isn't Cartwheel, by the way, it is Target's app. Like there are 2 for Target. So Target's app specifically, I can tell it whether I want online prices or local prices. I tell it what Target I want in my city, and it will tell me how much it is and what aisle it's on as well. So same exact concept there. If I'm looking as the best deal, I can look at specific prices right now without having to go anywhere. So it gives you some options anyway using those apps. Now, Target's store app that I just mentioned, that's all it does. You can shop on it, but it doesn't do anything else. So I don't know if that's really where you need to go unless you want those prices. And for anyone who's logging in and is having problems seeing or hearing, sometimes reloading is the best thing to help. Let me see, and I'm going to try to put that in chat. Very hard for me to type and talk at the same time, just so you know. So the other part of Target is Cartwheel. Cartwheel app for Target is, most of us have used it, I hope. If you haven't used it, welcome to 2016. Cartwheel is a massive coupon app for Target. Right now they have 976 Cartwheel offers currently in the system. You can't even comprehend that many coupons. There are so many. But basically this is your way of having your own set of sales as you're walking through the store. So I can go through the store, and if I'm buying CoverGirl or I'm buying Pantene, I can scan the barcode using the app. The app will tell me if there are any coupons. For instance, Pantene right now, there's a 40% off Cartwheel coupon for Pantene. So I can load that 40% off sale in the Cartwheel app. And they then of the app in as I'm checking out, and I get the 40% off, plus I still can use a manufacturer's coupon, plus I can still use a store coupon. Like the savings just keeps going. So I can actually go 3D on coupons with Target. So you just want to kind of play around with that and make sure that you're getting all of your offers, that you're not missing some of the Cartwheel offers and the store and the manufacturer. We want to make sure we're getting all 3. So using Cartwheel is a huge, let's see. I don't know why we're having video issues on Google Hangout. It's not freezing for me. I'm double checking everything. Folks are asking in the chat room on Google Hangout, what's up? And I'm not on the same Wi-Fi as Facebook, if that's what y'all are concerned about. Phone is on one, computer is on another. So I'm not quite sure what the issue is, other than maybe our house internet is just not happy tonight, because that is what Google is running through. And just to mention, Aaron is mentioning on Facebook to take Target to another level and stack in the red card as well. So We get the 5% off from Red Card. We get the Cartwheel. We get all sorts of things all stacked together. Now, I don't know. We have one option, Google Hangout folks. I can try to go and come back, but that doesn't always work well. If I go and come back, we may not all come back. That's the tricky part. We'll see. I'm going to stick with it, and hopefully you guys can see, or the internet will kind of come back in a little bit better. Okay, so one question to go back to CVS, Amber is asking, have we looked into CVS's new curbside pickup? Can you still use extra care bucks and coupons when doing curbside? So curbside's only available in some areas. It's not available in all. So big metropolitan areas right now, before we get all into this thinking it's in your tiny, tiny area. Curbside is just right now, like Atlanta, Chicago, those types of cities. So don't go to your CVS and just expect them to bring it to your car. They're not going to do that. But when they do, curbside is going to give you a fun discount when they first launch in your area. It's $5 off your first pickup. And immediately you get to drive up and your stuff is there. And they kind of fun and exciting. This is what Harris Teeters have been doing. If you have a Harris Teeter in your neck of the woods, fancy grocery store, they've been doing this for years. CVS is starting to do it, and curbside is also available for Target when they launch in your area. So you'll have curbside at Target and at CVS. Good, I'm glad Google Hangouts are now happy again. So we're all on the same page. Curbside with extra care bucks and coupons. From what I've heard, it's not gonna work. You're gonna need to pay completely for your order online and then pick it up in the store. The same thing is happening with Walmart grocery, because Walmart also does this in bigger cities, where I can just drive up and Walmart has all my groceries pulled for me. No coupons available yet, because they want you to really pay. They wanna know that if they're pulling all these groceries for it, you're gonna actually come and pick up all these groceries, because that would really, really stink. Not gonna be able to pair in extra care bucks or coupons at CVS, not gonna be able to pair in coupons and whatnot at Target or Walmart yet either. Just buy them and have the convenience of them delivered straight to your car, but not quite what you're wanting to do. And I agree with you, Crystal. Like curbside, the idea of not having to get out of my car might be worth it, even if it's just for a gallon of milk. I can just sit in the car and you bring me milk. This would be great. So did I say that Target's app does something similar to Walmart's Savings Catcher? No, Kayla, what Target's app does that is similar to Target's app is the prices and showing you what the price is in the store. Target doesn't have a Savings Catcher feature like Walmart does. They just have the online or in-store prices in their actual Target app, not Cartwheel, since Target has to have two and we can't do anything super simple and put it all together. But the actual Target app, it's just the prices like Walmart's prices. But we do want to at least be using Cartwheel. If you've never used Cartwheel, I've done a few videos on it. So if you go to youtube.com/Southern Savers, you'll see various videos that we've done specifically on Cartwheel and how to use it to really save the most. There are some huge savings in there. If you've never used it as well, make sure when you first head over to Cartwheel, their website is cartwheel.target.com. The first time that you head over to Cartwheel, that you log in with Facebook, because it actually gives you more slots. You're only allowed, I think, 8 slots from the beginning with the Target Cartwheel app. And when I log in with Facebook, I get an additional slot for being a social person. And then I can earn more slots as you go. As you start to save more with it, you're gonna get a ton. Like, I think I have a good 28 slots right now. I have not needed 28 Cartwheel coupons ever. So you'll be fine. But the first 8, it can get tricky, because if I wanted to go in and get a number of deals, being limited to 8 Cartwheel offers is kind of tight. So I want to pick the best ones. With 976 offers, you're probably going to want at least 8 of them. But they are all over the store: clothing, housewares, food. So this is very spread out. You're probably not buying the whole store either. And I mentioned Harris Teeter with curbside. So Christy came in on Facebook Live and mentioned too, with Harris Teeter, they do accept coupons. So yes, Harris Teeter kind of wins on the curbside, but they've also been doing it the longest, to their credit. And they have one thing going for them, and that is that for their curbside service, for anyone that is a Harris Teeter shopper, it's actually a paid service. Occasionally they'll run offers where it's free or you don't have to pay the monthly fee. But generally with Harris Teeter, you have to pay, it's not a large amount, but a certain amount per month, and then you can have your curbside service that month. So they kind of have that little bit running for them, so they know that if they're pulling these items, you're probably going to show up because you paid for curbside, where these other services don't know that. I mean, think about the poor like pizza delivery guys and how many prank pizzas have been delivered that no one knew were coming. I think that's really where these stores have to worry about when they create curbside systems and they don't have you pay online. This becomes a big liability for them. They had to put a lot of time and effort into, not really going to want to have to do that if you're not going to show up. So that's part of why no coupons for a lot of the other companies. So other apps to grab, those are the big four, honestly, in terms of store coupons that I would go and get. So Whole Foods, again, for anyone who's joining us late, with exclusive coupons off meat, off produce, and whatnot. And CVS for exclusive coupons and for keeping your extra care box specifically on the app. Target and Walmart are the four that we've talked about. There are a lot of other store apps that don't do anything exclusive. They just have the general electronic coupons that are available on the store's website. So Publix and Kroger, I can get the same coupons on their website as I can get on my phone. I don't really need to go to an exclusive store app to be able to do this. I could just get it from the website. And many other stores that fit in that as well. One other thing is to look at your smaller stores, like Whole Foods. This is kind of why Whole Foods is doing this. So if you have another smaller store in your area, Earth Fare, a lot of the higher end grocery stores, we're gonna see more and more of this exclusive coupon side of their apps because they know this is a way to get you to download their apps. So just because I'm not mentioning it doesn't mean that they don't have great apps. Could be that they're not in my area or I haven't played with their app any. But it never hurts to download a store's app, open it up, see if there's anything good in it, and then take it off your phone if it's not any good. But just to make sure you're not missing out on anything that they have. So a question, in my opinion, what are the best stores to get the best deals? Or is it something that I just need to watch? So Joshua, to answer on that one, it's tricky. I would say there are some stores that are always going to be the best stores over other stores, but from time to time we could see some good answers. And sorry, Ashley, I didn't mean to call you by your husband's name. So first off, for me, looking in a grocery store, how do I figure out whether it's the best store in the town or not? And I kind of answered this one earlier today on a quick Facebook Live that I do in the afternoons. So the first thing that I'm going to look for is what the promotions are for the stores. Do they have a lot of sales that are buy one, get ones that are 50% off? Buy one, get ones are in. I don't even have to think about whether or not it's on sale. I know it's on sale. It's 50% off. Every buy one, get one in a grocery store has beaten the Walmart price. That's what we have to realize. We look at buy one, get ones and we think they're really overpriced, but they really, I mean, they have raised it to the full price, but once you cut it in half, it beat. So buy one, get ones are in. Then do they run any other promotions? Do they have instant savings promotions where you buy 5 participating items and you get a certain amount off? Kroger runs these a ton. However, Kroger doesn't have a bunch of buy one, get one deals. So it's like for Kroger, it's a 50-50 split. I don't know. We lost you on one and we gained you on another. But some stores run both. So some stores, I've got a ton of buy one, get ones and I have extra promotions. Do they double coupons? Do they accept competitor coupons? There's a lot that I want to pair in or think about when I'm trying to decide what is the best store. For me, I will just go through the stores that are on Southern Savers, which we cover 32 stores. So to rank those, Publix and Bi-Lo are kind of neck and neck in my book as being number one. They both have a ton of buy one, get ones. Publix does not double coupons in very many areas anymore. They just double coupons in Georgia and Tennessee and a little bit of Alabama. That's it. And I wouldn't be surprised, those 3 of you that are left, if we don't see the rest of the Publix stores stop doubling probably by the end of this year, if not the middle of next year. So Publix as a whole kind of doubling is going away. BuyLo, tons of buy one get ones. They do double coupons in all stores. So BuyLo kind of wins over Publix. Both stores accept competitor coupons. BuyLo actually accepts more competitor coupons than Publix does. So BuyLo kind of wins there too. Take on another part of that promotion though, and look at stores that offer gas savings. So BuyLo, Winn-Dixie, they have a lot of buy specific items and get fuel perk savings, which is money off of your next fill up at the gas station. So I want to factor all of that in when I'm trying to decide where to shop at. Publix and BuyLo win. Next for me would probably be Harris Teeter and Kroger. Again, neck and neck on number 2. Lowe's Foods is also good if you're in that neck of the woods. And then we're kind of working on down. If I were to give a last place ranking for grocery store, it's going to be Food Lion. Food Lion doesn't really have any promotions. They don't really run any deals. They don't double coupons in the end. Sorry if you work at Food Lion, but that's just kind of where I fit on that. Harris Teeter, someone's asking specifically. To me, Harris Teeter becomes number 2 only because they limit the number of coupons that they double. So I could go into BuyLo. BuyLo is going to accept as many coupons as I want to bring them. There's no limit under the sun. Harris Teeter is only going to accept 20 coupons that double. Now I could bring 40 coupons in, but only 20 of them are going to double on my trip. So that part I don't really like very much. But Harris Teeter does have a ton of deals, a ton of buy one, get one deals. They probably win on the buy one, get one deal number every single week over all the other stores. But their regular prices are much higher than most stores. So it's a big trade-off as to whether I want to stick with all the buy one, get ones and never touch a regular priced item. So as long as you can get in and out of Harris Teeter and never buy something that's not on sale, we're good. You can shop at Harris Teeter. But if you can't do that, don't go to Harris Teeter. Now, someone mentioned on Facebook side, Aldi, and I am not opposed to Aldi. I think Aldi is great. And I think Aldi is good for keeping your pantry stocked when you run really, really low on things that aren't on sale. However, if things are on sale, or I have coupons for them, I will beat the price at a grocery store with a sale and a coupon over the Aldi price. So it's hard. And Amber's chiming in and saying, you know, it's great though for a mom who doesn't have time to coupon it. I agree, it is. The price is just kind of spot on without having to put any work into it. Aldi for me kind of became my price book. If I could go into a grocery store and I could get something on sale and beat what I knew was the Aldi price, then I'm good. This was a deal. So for example, Aldi can 55 and 60 cents a can. So if I can go in like this week right now at Publix, Publix has Green Giant canned vegetables, 4 packs put together or buy one, get one. So I can get 4 cans and they come out to be $2.25 for a 4-pack in most stores. Math on that is a little less than 60 cents a can. Well, now I'm getting Green Giant canned vegetables. This is name brand canned vegetables for the same price as I'm getting Aldi house brands. I don't need a coupon. It's just the Publix sale for the Green Giant canned vegetables. That's my choice. You can call me a name brand snob if you want, but if I can get name brand vegetables for the exact same price or cheaper than the house brand price, I'm gonna go with the name brand price and be in Publix to do that versus being in Aldi. So many times you can beat the Aldi price. There are some things that you're not going to. Aldi will win on any kind of dairy war and any kind of meat war over any other local grocery store, and a lot of times produce too. So for instance, Aldi tends to keep their milk sometimes $1 a gallon cheaper than the grocery store right next door. So you've got to be okay with Aldi doing that, but it's just the meat and the dairy war that they're going to win. It's not the rest of the store. So even, Dolly's chiming in and saying they don't see Aldi being that cheaper, that, you have to sit there and kind of weigh some of it. And I will confess, I love Aldi, but I personally have had rough moments with their meat. I've also heard other stories, so we won't buy meat at Aldi. I don't actually buy any meat in a grocery store. We buy most of our meat in bulk because it's a lot cheaper to get meat from Zaycon or from local restaurant supply companies and get a really good discount on it in bulk than I could ever get in the grocery store. So a moot point anyway. I wouldn't have purchased it in a grocery store to compare it against Aldi. But just to say those few things, not opposed to Aldi, but you will save more in a grocery store. You know, even down to personal care items, Aldi and a drug store, you are willing to coupon store, you would still save a lot of money. So you're not going to get free toothpaste and free body wash and free toothbrushes and all of that in Aldi. So if that's all we were going to do was just do Aldi for groceries, I would still encourage you to do a drugstore for all of your other personal care items. I don't even know that Aldi sells that many personal care items, so you're probably headed somewhere else for those items anyway, to kind of pair those two together if that's all that you did. Let me make sure I haven't missed any other questions as we go through. Okay, I think we're good. Now, one person mentioned Zaycon, and I kind of did when I was talking bulk. So Zaycon Foods, their website is zayconfresh.com, Z-A-Y-C-O-N, fresh.com. They sell meat in bulk all over the country. So you find a drop site that's near you and you get bulk chicken, bulk ground beef, whatever it is that's coming to you locally. And they usually don't return with that meat for about 3 months. So yes, you're getting 40 pounds worth of chicken, but it's gonna be a while until the chicken returns. 40 pounds worth of chicken lasts us about 3 months. I have 5 kiddos, but they're 5 girls and they eat like 1 adult. So 40 pounds of chicken, it's like feeding 3 adults. If you're trying to get an idea of how long that's gonna last. But price-wise, I can get chicken for about $1.69 a pound through Zaycon. I can get chicken for about $1.99 a pound in the grocery store. So it's a pretty huge savings to do Zaycon over the grocery store when we're talking bulk. If you have a restaurant supply store, that's an even better option. In our neck of the woods, we have US Foods Chef's Store. And the US Foods Chef Store sells bulk meats as well that are even cheaper. So their meat, the last time we grabbed chicken from them, because Zaycon wasn't coming back through anytime soon, we just kind of grabbed it just to try it out. It was actually $1.07 a pound, which is a crazy good price for chicken. So looking into any of those places, if you have a restaurant supply store near you, can be a huge savings just for meat. We want like a 50-gallon drum of soy sauce. We're not going to go there for anything else other than meat. But most restaurant supply stores are like a Sam's, but you don't have to pay a membership fee. You just walk in and shop. So it can be a fun one if you have a US Foods Chef Store in your neck of the woods. So a great question. What all should we buy in May? Is there anything that we should stock up on? So huge things for May are going to be anything in the grilling area. Not a grill though. We don't buy a grill in May. But meats, so our hot dogs, our sausages, a lot of steaks and items are going to be cheaper in May. Beef in general is pretty cheap in May and June. The main reason being that most cows are sent to market in May and June. These are the slaughter months for most of our animals because we don't kill an animal in the winter. I know this might be a little much for you guys because they don't weigh that much. They've been trying to keep their weight in the cold weather, but they're all going to market in May and June. So the meat is going to be possibly at its lowest price at this time. This is also a great time since we've talked meat a couple of times already tonight. If you've ever been curious about buying a whole cow or a half of a cow, you can do it. We've done it in years past. It's a huge way to save on meat, and now is the time that we do that. So you would want to contact a local farm. You can contact a local butcher if you don't know of a local farmer, and the butcher can find you a farmer. But you would go in and you would just say, hey, I want half a cow, or I want a quarter of a cow. You probably do not want a whole cow. That would take you about 5 years to eat. It's like 600 pounds of meat. But you can tell them about how much you want, and they will find a local farmer for you. And it's a pretty huge savings to buy your meat this way. This is the time of year. So grilling meats, grilling items. So our Kingsford charcoal, all of that is going to be on sale in May. Free ketchup, free mustard, probably numerous times this month, plus relish. So all of our condiments, you can stock up on any of that. It's not going to go bad ever, I think. Other things in May, we're going to see ice cream and cold novelties come back on sale. They haven't really been on sale, true sales, all winter. We even saw a Mayfield ice cream coupon come out on Sunday. That's on coupons.com right now. So we'll see the buy one get one deals for the ice creams. We're going to start to see all the coupons for the ice creams as well. You don't really need to stock up on ice cream because we're going to continue to see it on sale until October or so. So, you know, go crazy and have 20 gallons of ice cream in your freezer somewhere, but it is at least back on sale. Other things for May, we're going to see a lot of cleaning supplies, and then we see a lot of our sun care items and beach wear items already go ahead. And I guess wear is a wrong word. We don't want to buy swimsuits in May. They're not on sale. But we do want to buy sunscreen, lotions, all of that. People go more beauty focused, I guess, right before summer months, because all of a sudden we've got to get in a bathing suit. I actually wrote a post on this earlier today because it's something I'm struggling with. We have to get in a bathing suit now, and they're going to start to put all of that on sale. So those are the big deals for May. No big ticket items. I mentioned this earlier as well. Do not buy any big ticket items beginning of May. If you have a large purchase that you need to make, you wait until Memorial Day. It's a 3-day weekend. It's the last 3-day weekend for the next 2 months. We haven't really had one in a while either. So we see the retailers go huge on 3-day weekends. This is their big push for second quarter, and it's what they're going to put a lot of their money into, their marketing into, for big sales and promotions. So wait on anything, you know, appliances, even a grill, which I would never buy until October. But if you can't wait till October, you at least wait until Memorial Day to grab those things. So Zaycon, a couple of you have asked about Zaycon and the meats. They do not come out and say that their meat is organic. They will specifically tell you about the meat. So they say it's all natural, or that it's hormone-free, etc. So they'll give you a lot of details on the meat, but they do not say that it's organic. They have not taken the time to label it as organic. I will tell you, having purchased from them for years, that when it comes, it's in the box directly from the processor. And many times that box is actually labeled with the processor name that you're going to see in it. So I'm going to go into Publix and I'm going to see Foster Farms chicken, case is. So it's not like Zaycon has their own farm. They're just buying from a local chicken processor, and you're getting a huge case. So it's Foster Farms chicken. We got Zaycon pork tenderloins and pork chops probably 2 months ago now, all Smithfield, in Smithfield boxes. So these are name brands. They don't own any of their own farms though. But you can look and see how they've labeled it, at least, if that's your question on them. So does Bilo have a coupon limit? They have a limit as to the number that they will double that are like coupons. So in other words, if I came in with 20 of the exact same coupon, they will not double all 20. According to their coupon policy, they will double 5 like coupons. But if I had 50 coupons and they were all different, they're all going to double. So there's no limit on the total number that will double. So hopefully that makes sense. And then keep in mind, Bilo doubles to 60 cents or less everywhere except the Charlotte metropolitan area. And a little tiny bubble out around Charlotte, they double to 99 cents to kind of match Harris Teeter. So that's a fun little perk for folks in the Charlotte area, because Bilo doesn't have a limit and they double just as high as Harris Teeter, and Harris Teeter does have a limit. Another question was on Publix doubling. Why did they stop doubling? So this is a tricky one, but Publix is trying to kind of play around with getting all of their stores under the same policies. Publix moved into the North Carolina area and decided that in North Carolina they would not double. They already don't double in Florida. They decided to move South Carolina into the North Carolina market, so it's now the Carolinas. We don't like being grouped together. Anyone that lives in North Carolina or South Carolina, we don't like each other that much when you want to group us together. South Carolina didn't like this very much either. I live in South Carolina, so I can state that one honestly. So we lost our doubles. We became part of North Carolina. So the whole East Coast does not double, basically, except for Georgia. Georgia does. However, even in Georgia, Publix doesn't double in South Georgia. They consider South Georgia to be part of Florida. They consider South Alabama to be part of Florida. So they're really getting really restrictive as to where they double and where they don't. And it's just going to get kind of less and less as the years go on. But that would be my inside information as to why they stopped doubling. It's not really a good answer for you, but they're trying to kind of do away with it across the whole store chain. The change with Walgreens policy on balance rewards, do their gift cards expire? No, they do not. So if you end up getting a refund on balance rewards onto a W card, that's what they call them, then you can use that W card forever. It's not going to expire. Most gift cards do not expire, depending on the state you live in, but most states now have state laws that have done away with gift cards expiring. I don't know if y'all remember, back when we were all in high school, we won't name years, but gift cards used to do that. You would get a gift card and it would be one value for the first year, and then it would be less and less as the years went by. It's against the law in most states now, so gift cards can't go away in terms of their amount. Becky and other folks are also mentioning that Publix doesn't double in Alabama. It's really South Alabama where they're not doubling. They are still doubling in Tennessee. They are still doubling in Birmingham. So in Alabama, it's Dothan and South. I'm pretty sure they still double in Montgomery. And then as we go north, they definitely double in Birmingham and Huntsville and on up. Trying to think of my Alabama, but Dothan and down, no doubles at all. Dothan and down is considered Florida, and you're really close. You're like 30 minutes from Florida. We would still call that Alabama, but Publix firmly views that you live in Florida. In terms of the Walgreens change, let's talk about it. Someone else wants to know a little bit more on that. So if you're a Walgreens shopper or you haven't been a Walgreens shopper, they did make some changes to their Walgreens Balance Rewards program. And it's not a scary change. It's actually a really good change. So the Balance Reward program, you couldn't, and this is hard to do, like I want show and tell. I don't have anything but my glasses and a Sharpie marker. So we'll go with this. I could not go in and buy something at Walgreens, buy these lovely glasses at Walgreens, and get a balance reward and then try to use that balance reward to pay for something else. If I tried to pay with balance rewards previously, I would not earn any new points. And the way that you pay for it, it shows up on a little box where you scan your card. It says, you have 5,000 balance reward points. Do you want to use them? And you're thinking, well, yeah, I want $5 off. So you click yes, you wouldn't have gotten a single thing. The new change with Walgreens, you can redeem balance rewards and earn them in the same transaction. So if I go in and a deal is going to give me buy 2 Pantenes, I'm making this up by the way, don't run in and buy Pantenes, but buy 2 Pantenes and get 4,000 balance reward points. That would be like $4 off for buying 2. I can do that deal and use 2,000 balance rewards that I already had. I will still get more points. So that's the change. It's a good change. But Walgreens doesn't do anything without a quirk. So the quirk on this one, they have 2 kinds of promotions in the drugstore. One is like the Pantene example I just gave you. Buy a certain number and get a reward. Sometimes it's just buy 1 and get a reward. And then the other kind of deal in the drugstores is buy a certain amount. Not product number, but dollar amount. So buy $25 worth of Procter & Gamble items and get 10,000 balance rewards. Here's your quirk. Your total must still be $25 after you use balance rewards. So if I had 10,000 balance rewards, I bought $25 worth of Procter & Gamble items, I tried to use those balance rewards, my total is now $15, I will not earn anything. If I want to go crazy and buy $40 worth of Procter & Gamble items, I could, but most of us aren't going to want to do that. So that's the quirk. It is a good change. I can now use balance rewards with balance rewards, but I just can't fully do it. So it's like they kind of went half-hearted into the change, but it is a good change. So hopefully that helps to make it make a little bit more sense. Walgreens in general, though, if you have not picked a drugstore, it's not the one to pick. If you're brand new to drugstore shopping, you want to get started at CVS. CVS is the easiest system of the 3 drugstores that are out there. The cashiers are the easiest to work with. They know what they're doing. They will walk you through the entire, they'll hold your hand in CVS. Walgreens has 2 different systems, has different quirks, and you will leave crying if you're brand new. I mean, just to be honest, I left crying when I first started. So you just stick with CVS if you're just getting started. There are some good deals in Walgreens, so I don't want you to just like pretend they don't exist, but I don't want you to get started there. I want you to kind of build up your drugstore backbone in a CVS and then move to Walgreens. How long do balance rewards last? They actually are the best of the systems. Balance rewards won't expire for 2 years as long as you shop in a Walgreens once every 6 months. So that's the quirk. Everything in Walgreens has a quirk. As long as I'm in there once every 6 months, balance rewards never expire. So it could be good. I agree with you, Amber. No one should ever make any of us cry. It's just wrong. But that's probably what started me down a path of just not loving Walgreens in the first place. So Laura says that Rite Aid is confusing. So let me try to make Rite Aid less confusing. Think of Rite Aid specifically and their rewards program like CVS. Rite Aid wanted a rewards program, so they kind of looked around, they saw who had the best rewards program, and they stole it. Rite Aid's Plenty Points system, the concept behind it is CVS. It's not dollar for dollar, it's a point-based system. So I earn 100 points to equal $1, but I can use them on deals. I can get more on deals. I can use coupons with them. It works exactly like CVS's system does. It also works in another sense, because if I go in, like the deal that I just kind of made up, where you buy $25 worth of Procter & Gamble items and you get 1,000 Plenty Points back, that would be worth $10. That deal in CVS or Rite Aid, I do not have to purchase in the same transaction. I could buy $10 and then turn around and buy another 15, or buy $10 in this store and go to another store if they were out of something. It's fine. You will still earn your points. In Walgreens, I can't do that. It better be on the counter right now. Nothing tracks you. So CVS has Rite Aid has followed some of the good parts of CVS's system, not only in how it works, but also in the kind of like side perks too of the tracking and just other concepts of how they work. So if you can understand CVS, moving on to Rite Aid should be kind of the next step. I'm not going to say it's exactly the same, but it's really, really similar. Rashida, this is a Facebook question, but you have kind of stepped on something that I say a lot in workshops. Is it worth shopping at Kroger in order to get fuel points? No, it is not worth any loyalty to Kroger whatsoever, because they're giving you 10 cents off a gallon of gas up to 35 gallons. So that's $3.50 in savings. When you buy $100 worth of groceries, would you be super excited if Kroger mailed you a coupon for $3.50 off of $100 worth of groceries? No, I'm not excited. There are some exceptions, and this weekend is a really big exception. This weekend, 5/6 to 5/8, Kroger will run 4 times fuel points when you buy gift cards. That is the only thing to me that is worthwhile in getting fuel points from Kroger. This means that I go into Kroger, I know I'm already headed to Lowe's to buy new plants or something for the front yard. I buy a Lowe's gift card in Kroger Normally, a $50 gift card earns you 10 cents in fuel points. This weekend, it's going to earn you 40 cents in fuel points. So it's those running 4 times the fuel points. That's when I would be in Kroger and taking advantage of their gas savings, but I wouldn't be loyal to Kroger any other time. To give the kind of other side of fuel savings, though, which is the next question, Sherry asked, what about Winn-Dixie fuel perks? That's Winn-Dixie and Buy Low. It's the exact same system in both stores. So fuel perks, I go into the store. I do earn it off of my total purchase, but that's not really the one to get excited about. It's 5 cents earned for every $50 spent in the store, or really 10 cents for 100, just like Kroger's. But Winn-Dixie and Buy Low have fuel perk deals on specific items all throughout the store. One this past week, there was a freebie and I can't even remember what it was. My children watched me buy it. I'm like, we don't ever buy that. I tried to explain to them, we're buying it because it is free after fuel points or fuel perks. So fuel perks, I earn 5 cents off a gallon of gas for every 20 gallons that I buy at the Shell station or other participating Shell stations or gas stations. But they're all over the store. So they put something on sale. They'll do this one regularly in the bakery section. Look for bread. It's on sale for $1. And then they give you 5 cents in fuel perks. You just need to get in your head, if you're a regular Winn-Dixie or Buy Low shopper, that 5 cents equals $1. 5 cents is $1 off of my gas. 10 cents is $2. 15 cents is $3. So when I walk through the store and I see bread is on sale for $1 and it's giving 5 cents in fuel perks, that's free bread. Perfect, done. So that makes Winn-Dixie and Buy Low to me. I'm willing to be a lot more loyal. Buy Low for us, a recent trip to Buy Low, we walked out with $1.85 in fuel perks just from the deals all over the store, not from what our total spent was, because I would never spend that much in Buy Low, but definitely worthwhile in terms of getting the extra fuel perks all over the store. Okay, going back over, making sure I don't miss any questions. To talk about coupons, not sure if we've talked about this yet, but I stopped using coupons because I couldn't get papers. My area does not give great coupons, but some places have Raleigh papers, however, by 6 a.m. And what do I do with no printer either? So Audrey, you do have the possibility of getting newspapers from online. There are places that will mail them to you. And we've talked about this a lot on past Q&A sessions as well, but you can order inserts. There's numerous websites out there. I use one called SundayCouponInserts.com. SundayCouponInserts.com. They will mail you the inserts from the Sunday paper straight to your house. I get them on Monday, so I don't get the Sunday inserts. I get them on Monday, but the same coupons. And this way I get a bigger city than what is in my area. So that is an option to you. In terms of newspaper coupons, though, I find that some weeks I don't use any from the paper. I use mostly printables. So I would encourage you, if anything, to maybe look into getting a printer. My favorite printer is a Brother laser printer. And the numbers are a Brother HL2230 to be specific. But the Brother 2230 on sale, it's about 55 or 60 bucks. And that printer will print about 700 coupons, 700 sheets of paper. And replacement toner for it is only 20 bucks for a high yield replacement on Amazon. You spend the 20 bucks and that high yield replacement will print about 1,000 to 2,000 sheets of paper. So we only replace it once a year for 20 bucks. So I would encourage you, if anything, that maybe we just go the printer route versus buying papers. You save up your Sunday paper money to buy the printer, because there are so many more coupons right now to print than we've seen lately in the Sunday paper. Now, this past Sunday was an exception. This past Sunday we had 5 inserts in the Sunday paper. It was a good Sunday to get the paper, but not every Sunday is quite that good. Okay. Yep. Okay. I'm just kind of skimming back through, making sure I follow everyone's comments and questions. I think we're good. Amber also is mentioning in over on Google Hangout too, that might help answer your question, Audrey, and that is that you can print from libraries. So you may not have a printer, but you might want to head to your public library and see if you can print. The trickiest part with that is that the same limit applies. So I'm allowed to print 2 coupons per computer. So if Amber got to the library before you and she printed those coupons, you wouldn't be able to. But odds are you're going to end up fine, and you're still going to get a good number of coupons. And she's mentioning that some of them do charge you a small fee, but remember, if you're on coupons.com especially, you can get 3 coupons per page. So always make sure you're printing in multiples of 3. As long as you're printing in multiples of 3, you're kind of maximizing how many will fit on the page, and then kind of making sure if I have to pay per page, I'm getting the best rate. The printer, once more, that I like is a Brother HL 2230, and it's a black and white laser printer. Brother also has a wireless version. The 2230 is not wireless. The 2270 is wireless. And the 2230 is on sale this week at one of the office supply stores. It's either Office Depot or Staples, if you look on Southern Savers. So either one of them, or the 2240. My husband is being very sweet and helping me on Facebook with putting in links on the Facebook Live. So 2230 or 40, they're the exact same printer. And the 2270 is the wireless version. So the ice cream coupon that I mentioned earlier is on coupon.com. It's a Mayfield ice cream coupon that's on coupons.com. Let's see. Going back through, I think, okay, we're all caught up on questions. You guys are keeping me hopping now, having 2 sources of questions. Oh, and Samantha's chiming in on the library option. I live in Lexington County too, so it's good to know that. But some libraries actually don't let you download the software to need to print that you have to be able to print coupons. So you will see, but it may not actually end up being an option for you if your library won't allow you to download the software. So if I had to pick a question that I did miss here is, what's the best membership option between Costco and Sam's? If I had to pick between the two, first off, I probably wouldn't pay for one of them. So I guess I should start there. I don't think that with any membership club that you will end up saving the membership fee to get it. That said, there is a deal for Sam's right now. Always watch on Groupon and Living Social. We will see deals pop up all the time for Sam's. So you should never pay full price for a Sam's membership if you want it. But Costco, if I were to pick, I probably would go Costco, only because Costco is known for having a ton of organic products that they carry in house brands that Sam's doesn't have. So Sam's, most of us go to a warehouse club because we think if we could get the biggest package of paper towels that God ever made, that we will finally save money on them. But you're not really going to. It's still going to come out to be more than $1 a roll for most of their paper products. I don't ever want to pay really more than 50 cents a roll for paper towels. Most of our paper goods are coming from the drugstore deals. I just can't touch warehouse clubs and drugstores. They're uncomparable. The drugstores are so much better. Grocery wise, they're going to take 3 boxes of cereal, they're going to put them in a big box together, and they're going to charge you $8 for those 3 boxes of cereal. I would never pay more than $1 for each box in the grocery store. So it's a tricky one to kind of, figure out which one you would want to go with. I'm not going to pay for the membership in the first place, but the organics at Costco would probably help in the end. Oh, I got you. Okay, so to answer the library thing again, we're going to keep coming back to this in chat. And I'm glad it helps us flesh this out because I haven't used the library to print coupons. Amber's suggestion, if your library won't allow you to download on their computer, is that she actually takes her computer into the library. She uses the Wi-Fi and her computer, Wi-Fi and her computer in the library, and then just pays their price to print to their computer. So a really good option at that point because you can download anything that you want if you're able to use their Wi-Fi and their printer to do that. Okay, so I think, does CVS do electronic coupons? CVS has coupons on their app. That is their form of electronic coupons, is just the coupons that they've stuck on their CVS app. Other than that, they don't do any specific that come off at the register. They do work on a lot of the other apps that are out there, like Ibotta and Saving Star and whatnot, but none of those come off at the register. They're all really like mail-in rebates that you don't have to mail it. So they work with those, but only in the CVS app will I find any other specific CVS coupons. Winn-Dixie Fuel Perks. The list of what is available each week that's not on Southern Savers. I'm not exactly sure there. So I will tell you the difference for me between Winn-Dixie and BI-LO. I have a BI-LO in my neck of the woods, and I can walk it and walk and figure out what all the unadvertised deals are. I don't have a Winn-Dixie near me. The nearest Winn-Dixie is probably about 5 hours away. So I'm not able to walk and tell you what the unadvertised fuel perks are. However, I don't want to come right out and just say this at the top of the Winn-Dixie list, but it's pretty much the case. If you were to use the BI-LO list as your Winn-Dixie shopping list, you would find 99.9999% of them on sale in your Winn-Dixie, because they're the exact same store. They run the exact same promotions. Their ads are even identical. If I were to take the BI-LO ad and stick it smack up next to the Winn-Dixie ad, same exact deal, same exact pictures that they stick in their ad. They even ran the same weird animal card promotion for the last 4 months between both stores. So if you're wanting the unadvertised fuel perk deals, I can't walk a Winn-Dixie because I can't drive 5 hours every single week. Just use the BI-LO list. You're going to find every single one of them on sale for that price and that fuel perk in your store. I can guarantee it, but I'm not on the site. So there you go. I've just said it on a little video chat that BI-LO won't notice. How does that work? So let's see. Make sure we're good. Okay, how do I feel about all the apps for coupons? Do I personally use them, or what's my go-to on apps? So we could probably stay on for, like another hour and a half talking about Ibotta and Checkout 51 and everything that's out there. There are tons of coupon apps that are out there. The big ones are the ones I tend to pair in. The ones on your shopping list each week on Southern Savers are the ones that I use. So my 4 go-tos: Saving Star, Ibotta, Checkout 51, and MobiSave. Those are the 4 big ones that I'm going to use most weeks. So I'll say those again: Saving Star, Checkout 51, Ibotta, and MobiSave. There are tons of coupon apps that are out there. The tricky part is that the smaller the app, or the newer the app, the more likely that the app's not going to take off. And so you start using it, but then they start putting new offers in there, and you stop having the ability to continue to earn, and then I can't get my money back. We just saw this with Groupon Snap. Groupon tried to create their own coupon app. They didn't really get enough pickup and use out of it, so they just closed it down. Well, any of us that had money in it, you have to get that money out. You have to reach a threshold, and you don't really want to get stuck not reaching your threshold. So that's what I would do, is kind of stick with the main 4 is, so again, Checkout 51, Saving Star, Ibotta, and MobiSave being the 4. Okay, and we're about to wrap up because I try to only go for an hour. So I want to make sure that we've hit all the questions, and we may just have to wait. For folks that are just joining, because there are some folks that are just coming on Facebook, we do this every Monday night from 8:30 to 9:30, and this is the first time ever that I've set it on Facebook and on Google Hangouts. So trying to talk to both of you at the same time, but you can always join us. There's also a link on every Monday night for you to join on the Google Hangout side, where we have a chat room as well, so that you can not only leave comments, but really chat with everybody else that's in the room. And we've got kind of a fun group that's always on there. So you can join in either place. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap up for the night. For everyone that's joined us, I hope that we answered a ton of questions. I feel like we did. We got a lot of places tonight, but we will be back on next Monday night, same time, same place, maybe both. Hopefully this worked well for everybody, and hopefully internet will hold next week a little bit better too for Google Hangout folks. But I hope you guys have a good week. And if you have any questions in between, you can always email me at jenny@southernsavers.com, and I will try to get those answered too. So you guys have a great week, and I will talk to you next week.